Hi everyone, welcome to this special bank holiday edition of Fine Cider Friday. It's special because it's a bank holiday, and it's special because I've got a special guest coming in a few seconds. But first of all, I'll just tell you what I've got, and it's a marvellous perry from Ross-on-Wye, everyone's favourite craft cider producer. It's gin pear, my favourite pear, my favourite perry pear, blended with Blakeney red. But I'm not going to tell you all about it. I'm going to leave that to Albert from Ross-on-Wye. So, Albert, over to you.
Okay. Thanks, James. Here we are in the middle of our perry orchard to talk about our gin pear and Blakeney red perry. So this is a perry that we bottled last year, made from 2 parts gin pear that we had fermented in oak barrels in the 2017 season, and we went to bottle it, and actually it was my dad who decided he was bottling that, and I stopped him at the last minute because I wasn't happy with the gin pear on its own in this particular case. So we went back into the barn and we found some Blakeney red from 2018, which had been so at that time it was very young, very fruity, a lot of that light really pear flavour you get in Blakeney red, and it was the perfect accompaniment to mix with this gin pear, which had had a long time to mature, was very deep and dark from the barrel influence, from the high tannin of gin pear. So I'll just have a very quick taste before I pass back. There's a light bit of carbonation, as we always get with our bottle conditioning style, where we add just a little bit of fizz. You probably see there's some floaty bits, and that's the sad reality of making bottle conditioned perry. It smells very much of a combination of gin pear, which is elderflower, floral notes, Blakeney red, which is fruitiness, pear drop, and also that little bit of barrel influence as well. And then the flavour is a complex one. For me, it's a bit sweet, and that's again coming from the fact that you've got Blakeney red, which is a variety high in sorbitol, and also maybe some barrel influence giving it some bit of sweetness. But otherwise, there's still a lot going on. This is a really full flavoured perry, and I hope that you're enjoying it at home. Back to the bench, James.
Thanks very much, Albert. So I'm going to pop it now with all of you. So let's hear that little noise. Hey, there we go. Nice little bit of bubbles there. Pour it in my glass. So great little story there from Albert about how his dad was bottling, and then he stopped him because he wanted to add something to that gin pear from 2017. So they blended in some Blakeney red. So he described it, but let's see what I think too. I'm not bothered about the little bits. I think a little bit of sediment from bottle conditioning adds to the character. I know they're going to plan to do some disgorging and things in the future, which is very interesting, but let's focus on this one for now. So, nice colour, a little bit of cloudiness to it, kind of like a dark straw, maybe a bit of gold, a hint of kind of fresh greeniness to it. I don't know how to describe it really. It's yeah, very vibrant. Okay, let's have a smell. Yeah, so lots of fruitiness, like Albert described from that Blakeney red. And that kind of pear drop, pear smell. I think that kind of overpowers the florality a little bit from the gin pear, because like you said, you normally get elderflower with it, and that doesn't come through so much. There's like a little hint of it on the background, and then there's some woodiness from that barrel. So I think he said, yeah, the gin pear was in oak from 2017, and the Blakeney's plastic fermented 2018. So it's 66% gin pear and 34% Blakeney. So interesting that the fruitiness overpowers the florality to me. But anyway, let's have a taste. That's just delightful. That is just delightful. That's a lovely blend. So for Albert it was too sweet. For me, it's just about right. To me it tastes a little bit dry, but I know he has a much drier palate than me. I think the balance is really good. The oak is not overpowering, which I think sometimes it can be. So that fruitiness of the Blakeney red has really balanced that, I think. Another taste. Yeah, so that's a marvellous perry to sit on a gorgeous summer bank holiday evening and drink away with. I'll grab one more sip. Good amount of tannin from the gin pear. and just a really fruity finish. I love that. So cheers to Albert, thanks for joining me today. Cheers to everybody who's watching. A special nod, because it's VE Day, to all those we should be remembering today, and the sacrifice that means that we're all here. So cheers to all of those, and cheers to the weekend.